We have to talk about Eve Frontier, ladies and gentlemen. This used to be Project Awakening. They've rebranded to Eve Frontier. They just released official first look trailer. And it is, of course, getting kind of beaten to hell. And I already commented on this in the comments. There's a lot of negative comments. We're going to talk about those in just a sec. But I wanted to react to this. I wanted to show y'all what this is. And I wanted to see what we think as a live stream community, how this goes. Let's see what the Eve Frontier trailer has for us.
Welcome, Awakened. We are excited to showcase our current development build to you today and provide insight into our space survival simulation, Eve Frontier.
Thank you, Chivo.
Please note that all footage is non-final and does not fully represent our vision for Eve Frontier at launch.
Okay.
Eve Frontier is an online multiplayer sandbox where you will awaken, explore, and survive in the harshness of space as you traverse a galaxy known as the Frontier.
How long has this been in development? Maybe a year? That we know. I think it's been public for like a year. I'm pretty sure maybe call it like a year and a half before that when they were gathering their stuff. Alpha footage. I love seeing these giant, I think they call them mega structures. Really cool looking. I like the idea of like flying past an ancient mega structure. We're going to see.
It is a place of decay and danger, a shattered expanse that saw past colonization efforts wilt and perish from its brutality. Now, the Long Dark is all that remains, covered with crumbling mysterious ruins and infested by feral AI, a long shadow cast by our ancient sins. At its center, the Trinary, 3 hypermassive black holes, is bound in a dance macabre, perpetually shaping the fabric of space into a constant flux of unpredictable.
EVE Online just added a black hole into its first ever system into Zarzak, and it does damage to your ship in a unique way that is not ever in the rest of the game. I wonder if they're going to have a similar system here, where if the center of the Eve Frontier universe are 3 massive black holes. So I think that's one. I like how they did this, where it's like this one is like orbiting this one. Very interesting. The space nerd in me sees this and like Interstellar chat. Just sees this and goes, "Ooh, yeah," sounds right. Trinary, my Triglavian heart listens. I know it's like, huh? Like, I don't know if we're gonna see Trigs here though. We'll see.
Cosmological variance and turmoil. As a newly awakened rider, you'll be thrown into a desperate world full of death and suffering, but also ripe with potential. In a vast galaxy of over 100,000 star systems, who will you become?
Okay, so big map. We already know this, and this is like alpha. Who knows if the map's going to look like this? I believe this is the first time we've ever seen public, actual game footage.
And
no more spoilers, chat. It looks like you fly a ship like EVE Online.
Suffering, but also ripe with potential. In a vast galaxy.
That was a quick clip. I hope we see more gameplay in the official first look trailer. We will see. Looks suspiciously red. What if I see a triangle? Enhance. Write that down. It's like, what if we're actually in Triglavian space? Incredible stuff. Yes, introduce Hans Zimmer. Incredible. So is this EVE Online 2.0 or EVE Online Solo? We're going to see Inferno. I have some thoughts. Let's watch the rest of this. It's a great question.
Of over 100,000 star systems, who will you become? The experience that we are meticulously crafting.
Oh, that's a ship. This is like a warp. You're like, I like this, how you're like in between the space-time. Cool.
Is one of constant dread and suspense, alternating between the intimate violence of claustrophobic trench run encounters and a cold vertigo of surgical sniping skirmishes.
Just say that 5 times fast, chat. Surgical sniping skirmishes. Look at this. Okay, so we've got what looks like combat. I muted it so we can like rewind. We've got what looks like lasers. We've got some combat going on, okay, which is the first time we've seen publicly what it looks like. So we've got these big structures. Basically, it looks like EVE, okay? It looks like EVE. We've got these big structures in the background. We've got laser shooting. We've got a wreck. We've got a space explosion. It looks like EVE. Okay, so I like this. I'll have thoughts at the end of the video. Don't you worry, okay?
Big skirmishes. Among the ancient ruins of the Frontier's megastructures, the arms race of strategic doctrines and tactical mastery will present an ever-evolving landscape of realistic deep space warfare.
Okay, first time we've seen the UI in the public.
The act of firing your weapon is just the tail end of a myriad of decisions.
I'm going to rewind so we can kind of look at this. Now, again, alpha, So just like Vanguard had a literal 5-pixel cutting tool for like a year, let's see what they have as the first public iteration of Frontier. We're going to keep rewinding this so we can see it, okay? So the left-hand side looks like we still have a Neocom. We still have the same. It looks like Eve. We have the top left. We can see we still have the system map. I'm looking to the top left. I'm going to keep rewinding this. Down here, we still have like the targeting reticle, you know? We have our what looks like modules right here. I know the like YouTube thing is in the way. We just work with what we have, chat. This is something, I know this is the resource. I forget what they called it, CRUD or something. The Frontier devs are going to watch this and go,
crud, darn it, Loru, come on.
you know, I see you, Jotun. I see you. They're probably going to say it during this, but this is like the resource that you can use to fly it. We see a ship speed here, probably the health bar here. Yeah, HP per second. I believe this might be your like fuel. There is a fuel function. I believe they've mentioned this in other articles. There's like you don't just get to fly infinitely. You actually have fuel. You can't just have a ship in space for years and it just never docks up. You actually have to like go and do things. So I see a lot of talk about the blockchain. We're going to talk about the blockchain, Shan. Don't you worry. If the game's good, it'll be good. That's all I have to say about it. Let's keep listening.
Space warfare.
We'll do comments at the end of the video. Don't you worry. Don't you worry.
The act of firing your weapon is just the tail end of a myriad of decisions prior, from the counterplay of stealth and detection to hyper-optimized combat logistics.
Stealth. Covert
Thanks
stealth?
to physical line of sight and tactical control mechanics, the debris fields of the Frontier can provide timely cover for an emergency escape, or just as likely hide a deadly ambush.
Did I just hear what I thought I just heard? Rewind. Rewind that.
Thanks to physical line of sight and tactical control mechanics, the debris fields of the Frontier can provide timely cover for an emergency escape, or just as likely hide a deadly ambush.
Are you telling me? Okay, in EVE Online, if something's within range of me and there's a rock in between me and the ship, the rock don't matter. Are you telling me that if you can like a Star Wars style, like hide behind an asteroid and then they can't shoot you? Is that what you're telling me? Bellum? Yep. Do you understand that one change? Changes the game. That like now these oh my God, these megastructures are a big deal now. You can like hide in like the nooks and crannies of the megastructure. I just had like straight up Star Wars vibe where like you're near a thing and something flies past you and you like turn your engines on and start going after it. That is interesting, y'all. Yeah, talk about, okay. Jotun, I see y'all cooking. I see, okay.
Cover for an emergency
Let my
escape,
mans cook.
or just as likely hide a deadly ambush.
Let him cook.
The information available to you will be imperfect and incomplete. Your awareness and manual piloting are equally, if not more important than you.
Did he say manual piloting?
Your awareness and manual piloting are equally, if not more important than numerical advantage.
Ladies and gentlemen, my hot take for years has been that EVE Online's zoomed out, RTS system is good, not great. And it has been one of the main things holding it back from, call it the normie's eyes of EVE. If you could pilot a ship more like, I don't want to say Star Citizen, but more like Elite Dangerous, Star Fox, something like that, where I can like manually control the ship. That sounds interesting to me. Basically, we're going to be the ones ganking safety now. Yeah, now I'm realizing what I was saying. That would be nice. So it sounds like structures and terrain also can also hide player signatures. Just see? Doesn't that sound interesting? Yeah, actually piloting a ship instead of double clicking, I do like the Red October memes where it's like,
one ping only, Vasily, one ping only.
That's, okay, all right. I don't know what manual pilot, to be the devil's advocate, manual piloting can be a lot of things. So, okay, let's see.
Your awareness and manual piloting are equally, if not more important than numerical advantage. We are making sure no...
And I don't want to skirt over that. Numerical advantage. They're directly addressing the N+1 meta if you're an EVE newbie. If someone has 10 ships, you bring 11 ships. N+1. Number +1, right? Okay, math. You know these things. You're a new player. If someone has 50 ships, you bring 51. The guy with 51 might win just because of numbers and how EVE works. EVE Online works. We'll see. So you did Sean Connery dirty there. I love it, dude. I know this book. Your conclusions were all wrong, Ryan. I can't do his accent perfectly, but I think I do it okay. You know what I'm saying?
Outcome is truly guaranteed in EVE Frontier, including no open information on the presence of other riders in the vicinity through communication features.
Don't miss it, ladies and gentlemen.
Advantage.
Listen.
We are making sure no outcome is truly guaranteed in EVE Frontier, including no open information on the presence of other riders in the vicinity through communication features.
No local chat. Ladies and gentlemen, the best spots in New Eden are Wormhole Space and Potchfin. Ask me how I know, okay? No local chat. Right, Brock, on the vertical. No local chat, manual piloting. Those of you on vertical, I know you're not appearing in this chat. There's right now, there isn't a way. So right now I'm just I'm like alt tabbing, right? It does look like a jacked up Polo, but no local chat in the entire game. All that alone makes me want to play this. So I'm like looking at you, Brock. I got you. Yeah, for sure. I love it, Brock. That's wild to me. No local chat. Now you can talk in local probably, but they said you won't get information on the number of riders, capsuleers, whatever, riders in the area based on communication features. Interesting. So Potchman, about 100 cases, Umbra just goes, see, if the game is good, we're gonna talk about it.
The role of awareness and information economy will be holding an ever greater influence over your survival.
Okay.
Every step in the wilderness can be your last. Every hunter lying in wait risks becoming prey by revealing themselves to the world for just a moment too long. Will you be...
I think there will be local chat, Star Fox. I don't think you're going to be able to know how many people are in chat based on local, like it is in high sec, high, low, null, right? You can talk, hopefully, but we'll see. So also look at the art direction. It's much darker. A lot of like death, destruction, like very like Ridley Scott, Alien, Blade Runner kind of vibes, right?
Becoming prey by revealing themselves to the world for just a moment too long. Will you be a defenseless miner, unaware of the hostile ship approaching, or their friend, hiding in wait to...
Mining confirmed. Look at the big rock, chat.
Ship approaching,
mining
or their
confirmed.
friend, hiding in wait to counterattack a shared foe.
You can mine in Frontier.
In EVE Frontier, entropy is central to both our story and design. It amplifies the impact of your decisions, giving them greater consequence and meaning. You will encounter our approach to entropy through crude matter.
Crude. See, it wasn't crud, it's crude. Crude is like the base mineral that everything is built on. Like you think tritanium, we're going to talk about the blockchain element of this at the end, but because it's a blockchain game, and I know they don't like me saying that, but it's a game that uses blockchain, whatever. All of the items use crude, is this like building block that everything comes out of. Okay. So, and by the way, can we just talk about this? You warp onto
story
this.
And design.
Look at that. You're manually piloting through this? I'm in, dude. That sounds sick. You know, it just looks interesting.
A group of materials that helped...
Looks like this is a miner. It looks like not a young person, chat, like a ore miner. Come on, everyone's like pause, like no, chat. It's someone who is like mining this node. Maybe this is the crude node, right? Is that what that is? It's not a wormhole. Whoa. I got you.
Giving them greater consequence and meaning.
Y'all are funny.
He's mining the crude. Okay, through
so,
crude matter.
You know what I'm saying?
An exotic group of materials that helped past colonization efforts endure, if only temporarily. A source of conflict and...
I hear mining noise. Listen.
If only temporarily. A source of conflict and desire. Crude was and...
Yeah, it looks like a gas, maybe. Maybe it's a gas. It's like a matter. It's like a dark matter kind of thing. So maybe it's not ore, not gas. It's like something else. Maybe, we'll see.
Continues to be heavily relied upon, powering all technology within the frontier. You must harvest it from rifts, local phenomena that seem to tear apart the fabric of space
Rifts.
with their unpredictable emergence,
Okay.
then refine and develop it into fuel products. Everything consumes crude matter derivatives one way or another. One of the key features of Eve Frontier is that you will be rebuilding a broken world through in-game ways like shaping the Stargate network of the galaxy and through third-party development. With an openly programmable game world, players will be able to configure in-game infrastructure to serve their own needs
Look at this.
and those of other players.
Look at this.
We call this feature Smart Assemblies, and it will allow you to construct, configure, and deploy infrastructure that you own, configured with open source code. This also extends into an open and programmable economy. You'll be able to create your own currency.
Okay, I have so much to say. Okay. Eve Frontier is releasing as a video game that is basically partnering with modders. Okay? People that normally, like you, Skyrim, I want to make a skin of a dagger, right? The way I want. It's a mod, okay? So I see this question. It said, they did say create your own currency. I don't know what that means. And that is a bit of a yellow flag to me. Not an orange, not a red. Let's talk about the blockchain stuff at the end, because quite frankly, I have so much to say about it. The smart contract stuff is this. You can code in through Carbon, which is going open source. So they're releasing all of this, right? You can see the full code block and make your own stuff. So this is not just, I want to make a skin in the game. My understanding from the publicly available information, because I literally have not played eFrontier. I know Jotun's going to watch this and go, huh? Like, I haven't played it because I'm terrified. I'm going to out NDA myself on stream. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be, don't ban me, please. So like, what I think this is let's say you want to mine some crude matter, okay? You can code in your own ship and your own crude laser and its stats, I guess. Like, I don't know how they're going to do it from a game balancing standpoint, but remember in Ready Player One, where one of the characters, like, she's a modder. She makes stuff in the game and she like makes a weapon and she gets paid for making a weapon in the game. And that's like what she does. It's like that. And it's the first time I've ever seen something like this actually be a thing that makes me go, that could happen. I could see that. I'm very intrigued by this. I don't know how it's going to hold up IRL. I just don't know. How do you balance this? How do you make this is less of a video game and more of a, you're going to be able to make a career out of this. Does that make sense? I think this could be, right, Umbra? I think this could be, if they do it right, like the future of something beyond gaming. This to me looks like it could be actually the start of like Ready Player One in real life. Like actually, right? Yes. And I'm not saying that hyperbolically. I'm saying that literally this could be it, like the V1 of it. And I will say this, because I know I'm going to get these comments, because every time I make an eFrontier video, I get these freaking comments, okay? Here's the reality. What was the first phone? Okay, what was the first phone? You had a calculator and Snake, and you could call your mom. Okay? This, if I tap the glass in a certain way, I order food to my house 20 years later. If this is the first iteration, what's it gonna be like in 20 years? When it's open source, when we can iterate on, that's not, I need to make a whole video about Carbon again, because the fact that this is open source, this is literally crazy. Could this fail and crash and burn and be a scam? Honestly, maybe. It is chat, there's a possibility. You know my loyalty is to the viewers. So if I see this becoming like a rug pull crypto scam, I'm going to talk about it and I'm going to go, look, it looks like that's the case. I don't think that's the case. By all intents and purposes, it looks like they're trying to make what the next video game is going to look like. You know, like, aren't you tired of Call of Duty making the same bland shooter every year with the same balancing issues, with the same problems? They're trying to make Vanguard be an interconnected ecosystem. Aren't you tired of the same MMOs that sell you mounts and colored skins when EVE Online is actually a game that if you buy a ship today, in 5 years, it's still going to work? Now they have this. We have so much to talk about, chat. We have so much to talk about. So it sounds like how Roblox lets creators create their own worlds and games within Roblox. That's exactly what I'm talking about, right? And now we have entire game studios that professionally make Roblox content. Yes, like in Ready Player One, if you remember, there was a part of the movie where they have like, oh, that's the like FPS world, and that's the like Deep Rock Galactic world, and that's the club world, and that's the like mining world. You know, there's like all these worlds that people have made and coded into the game. This sounds like that. Let's hear it again. Let's keep going.
Open source code. This also
open source. That's not nothing. For God's sake, everybody can see it. It's not like only the people that pay can see the code. It's open source. You can see how to code it, which means that the community is going to be able to iterate on the best T1 mining ship for the crude or something.
Extends into an open and programmable economy. You'll be able to create your own currencies, establish private markets, and convert your assets, services, and reputation into real-world value. Ultimately, we are developing...
Let's look at this UI. I want to talk about what was said. Let's look at this UI, okay? We see that fuel, smart storage unit. So whatever this is, takes fuel, which is that crude matter. You can turn the crude matter into fuel. There's stuff in the fuel tank. We have the name, this is Red Dragon 07 to you, my friend. They're in some kind of GUI that they've made where they're constructing what looks like, I don't know what this is. This looks like probably a token ID for the blockchain. We're gonna talk about it. Automated depots are a staple of frontier infrastructure. The ability to customize their behavior through network integration. A valuable tool, frequently used as paid fuel stations, generating a profit for their owner. So this is a gas station. In EVE Frontier, you literally can't. I'll talk about that in just a second, Ferno, because the short answer is yes. Yes. You literally can't be in space forever. You have a fuel bar. So you know how in EVE, you go in space and you can just be in space indefinitely. As long as you don't get blown up by other ships, you can just be in space. Not so in Frontier. So you have to go to a literal, like, Exxon. You know, that's this. You can make your own gas station and set it up in spots, and then you make money. You haul the fuel out there. You put the fuel in the gas station. You charge for the gas. Right? Okay. And here's the owner. It's like this guy's wallet, and he mentioned reputation. Because it looks like, I don't know how the wallet addresses are going to go and all that, but because they're going to make GUIs that are part of this, if you see a gas station, and you can probably look up the owner of the wallet of the person who owns the gas station, right? You can see, is this guy scamming a bunch of people? I'm going to avoid that gas station, right? That's kind of how I feel about this. So it does look a little clunky, but again, this is alpha. I agree with you, Brightfell. Alpha, for sure. So intriguing. He mentioned something.
Open and programmable economy. You'll be able to create your own currencies, establish private markets, and convert your assets, services, and reputation into real-world value. Okay.
Inferno says, real-world value. So there's the chance you can get paid money playing this game. It's not a chance. I'm being wary with this. Let me tell you what I think about it, and then I'm going to tell you the reality. Okay, so stop typing. I see you, commenters like, just give me a sec. Okay. The reality is this. This is using the blockchain. So these items are going to be pointed to the ledger. That's all the blockchain is. I think they said it's on Ethereum, I think. So if you make an item that's worth, a third of an Ethereum, whatever that is in dollars, you can sell it for money. Yes. It looks like the goal of this game is to be able to actually make real world money with your things. So if you make a gas station that's more efficient than the other gas station at certain things, and you code it in Carbon, right? You code it, you put the smart assembly on the blockchain. You can then sell that smart assembly, not just the item in game, but the smart assembly for real world money. Think of it like this. You have your BPOs, Blueprint Original. Okay. I made this code, the original code of this. So anybody that wants to use this on in the world has to make a copy of that code, and then I get a cut, I think is how it works if we use the BPO, BPC methodology. I don't know exactly if that's how it is, but it looks like that might be how it is because I see what looks like a copy. Oh, they might be copying the wallet address. The short answer is we'll have to see. There has never been a successful crypto game. Okay? Hasn't happened. There have been crypto games that have had mild success and have done like less than okay. But they've been like browser games and like, this is a lot, and is going to be one of the biggest things we'll see. I can tell you that I don't love that they're putting it on the blockchain. I like that it's on the blockchain, but I don't love it because I understand blockchain enough to go like, okay, we'll see. But there's just been so many scams and so much crap that, again, my loyalty is to you, the viewer. I'm going to tell you, and I'm not going to like, chat, we're going to talk about what reality is, not what the sale point is. I think this is a good idea. You'll hear about it here first. You know what I'm saying?
With private markets and convert your assets, services, and reputation into real-world value. Ultimately, we are developing...
Chat, I would love to be able to play EVE and get paid real money to do it. If that's what this becomes, sign me the hell up, dude. Let's go. That sounds great.
Open sandbox. Interact.
All right, and this is a good point. Brock says the blockchain it's on can change, can crash, so that stuff can then change in value. It's all correct. Look, meta transaction sent successfully. So I'm going to edit this unit. I'm going to change it. I'm going to offline it. I'm going to DApp. I don't know what a DApp is. I think that's a wallet. I don't know what that is. So, right. I'm going to go code a morphite enriched tungsten armor plate that you have to use a certain mineral in the game to make. Yeah, we'll see.
Deployed and configured smart assembly infrastructure in-game is simple. Think of it as enhanced base building. Simply fly to one and interact with it like you would any other usable object. To ensure this open programmability is not game-breaking, smart assemblies, like the galaxy itself, obeys digital physics, a code layer over the simulation that means its rules are fixed and immutable. Remove...
Look at... Okay. All right. We're getting excited now, ladies and gentlemen. They're answering questions. How do you make a venture? So you can't make a venture that has the stats of a Titan. Right? That was my question. So if I can code the ships, why don't I just make a venture that can do a bajillion DPS? Because there's like an umbrella of infrastructure, just like in our reality. Like if I drop my phone, it's going to fall at gravity's rate. If I go across the universe to a similar sized planet and I drop a phone, because I can do that, right? And I drop my phone, it's going to fall at a similar rate because gravity exists in this universe. So in EVE Frontier, a cruiser is going to be a cruiser no matter what we're talking about. Answer to a question. Very interesting. Okay, so there are rules from a game balancing standpoint. Did you see this?
Smart assemblies, like the galaxy itself, obeys digital physics, a code layer over the simulation.
Would you like to make your own ship that's uniquely yours, that looks like yours, that has parts you put on it, that have stats, that have things, and that it, yes, does live on the blockchain? If other people like it, they could buy it for money. So interesting. Crazone, thank you for the super chat. God bless you. That even like divorce the blockchain stuff, divorce the ownership. This is what I'm talking about, dude. In EVE, in New Eden, or at least in a New Eden adjacent. I don't know how to do that. Right, Brock? Exactly. Yes. So forget with 100 billion EHP, right? And not so, since there's a rule, since there's reality-based infrastructure, right? You cannot make a frigate have a billion HP.
Programmability
right?
is not game-breaking.
Then it won't be a frigate anymore.
Like the galaxy itself, obeys digital physics.
So interesting.
A code layer over the simulation that means its rules are fixed and immutable, removed even from developer control. Combine different or multiple types of infrastructure.
Oh, we're gonna look at all this. Go back. Okay, this looks like the base building thing that we're talking about. Let's see what we got. We got build mode active. We can see his mouse cursors going over there. We've got some kind of like, this looks like a tower defense game, which I'm all about. Smart units, start smart storage unit. So this is like a box it's like a chest, prints items, prints bigger items, smart gate. You can make your own gates. Like the gates from system to system can be player owned and operated. It's a POS. That's better. Smart turret. A hedgehog is like a mine because there's collidables. Because you can hide behind it's a collidable. I was like, what the hell's the point of this? Because I'm thinking like it's EVE Online. This is something you can hide behind and like reload or something. Will there be a sand planet with spice? Lisa Nadgaib.
Even
Incredible.
from developer control.
What interesting concepts.
Combine
Okay.
different or multiple types of infrastructure, such as storage units, turrets, refineries, and more, to form a settlement, and collaborate with your allies to
Go back. Obviously, let's listen to that again.
combine different or
Listen to that
multiple
again.
types of infrastructure, such as storage units, turrets, refineries, and more, to form a settlement, and collaborate with your allies to upgrade it.
A settlement. So instead of it being a station, and your corp mates can just go in and out of the station and that's it. Yeah, you can put a turret down, whatever. You can like build a home base with your people and have like buildings that you can go in and out of and like land on and like nest near and like, yo, that is sick. Clash of Clans in space. Yo, I'm all about that, dude. I'm a Clash of Clans enjoyer. Okay, let's look at this UI here. Okay, so we have some stuff that we recognize. We see some ammo, small, medium, large. So there's a base that looks like EVE. Okay, we've got afterburners. We've got mining laser, large, high slot, great. So there's a slot system just like EVE. That's now confirmed. Okay, great settlement. Right, exactly. Interesting. Is that like to prohibit large vessels to navigate within certain distance of, say, a station? Umbra. Good thinking. If there's a bunch of those little spots, you can't have a battleship come in because maybe they're too big. You have to be able to fit. You can't warp like into the station anymore. Oh my God, this changes so much. My brain is, I'm very excited about this potential. I hope this works. Y'all, I hope this works. I hope this game is good. Oh, please be good. I think it is because this looks like, from what I'm seeing here, I'm already intrigued. Very intrigued. What is it? Before you had my curiosity, but now you have my attention. You know, it looks interesting. Please be good. I hope so. The blockchain stuff, I don't know. We'll see. We've also got howitzers, coil guns, medium slots, and a bunch of other stats. Coil guns, basic processing something, so some kind of unit, rigs, guns, apocalypse proto. You know, they put some in. You know, they were like, the E-dubs were like,
Put the apocalypse module in them. Let them guess what the heck that is.
yeah, I am. It's me. I'm guessing. What is that? Okay, we got some ammo for sure. Slot open. Select an item to start production. Okay, so this is some kind of like industry. Okay, so this is the new industry tab. So you can pick an item. It's time-based, just like EVE. Okay, 11 minutes. You get 400 units, whatever. We can see there's a security status here, just like in EVE. Okay, cool. Interesting. I'm looking here. Ships. We see the ships thing. It's kind of hard to see because, excuse me, I'm dying. You can kind of see the ship here stuff. A crawler, a WAV, and a rebus. I do like a rebus. Yeah. We'll talk about that later. So we have a ship storage. You can see this is your hangar. Okay. What ships are currently lodged there. And then we see the Neocom like normal. Interesting. Froststone, it's good to see. We're looking at the EVE Frontier first ever look. So if there are collidable items, and then can't you just push them off if you're in space? I don't know. Like maybe that's a good point though. Are we going to be able to have ramming speed in EVE Frontier? Follow me here. If stuff's collidable, you can't, bumping in EVE is like, okay, I bump you, no damage is done. You just go in a different direction. In Frontier, can I make a ship that's just a hammer and you're the nail, and just like in Rogue One, when they ram into the Star Destroyer, if that's a thing, you best believe that I'm all about it. Okay. So, what's up, Fabio? So it's good to see you. Yes. Thank you very much for being here. You know what I'm saying? So don't let that hopium turn into copium. I'm with you, Maki. I'm with you. That's a very important thing. Exactly correct. Ram the guns off. Yes. Let's see.
Such as storage units,
I'm with you there,
turrets,
Maki.
refineries, and more
there.
to form a settlement
good, chat.
and collaborate with your allies to upgrade it.
Interesting.
Cooperate within the builder community to evolve this infrastructure into ever more complex systems and projects.
The builder community is what they're calling the coders. the modders. Okay, the builders are the ones that actually are in the code making stuff better. So like maybe somebody comes up with a better way to code and make this item, and now that's the new standard, right? And now everyone's using that, but maybe it's more expensive in more dangerous areas of Eve Frontier. You have to go get the Morphite now, right? Or something similar. So
Interesting. The builder community to evolve this infrastructure into.
Oh, thank you, Danielle. Good to see you. Welcome in to the live stream. Good to see you. Are you partnering with the code about to do a purchase to the store? Yes, Fabioso. I am a partner. You could do. I'm an affiliate on, not a partner, on Marquis' site. You can do ! Code Loru. I typed it wrong. Thank you very much. You can use my code just LORU. It's on the Eve store and on Marquis store. But Marquis, you get a discount. You get 2 discounts. His discounts and then my code. So use that. Thank you very much. So
ever more complex systems and projects. Custom mission system to support your logistics, automated security solutions, developed market economies and complex industrial networks all the way towards a living civilization or a smoldering ruin.
Jeez.
Thank you for watching this deep dive into Eve Frontier.
So you can like make turrets and I don't even know. What did he say? What is he saying?
System to support your logistics, automated security solutions,
turrets,
developed market economies and complex industrial networks all the way towards a living civilization or a smoldering ruin. Thank you for watching this deep dive into Eve Frontier. To learn more, visit evefrontier.com. To join us on this journey and access Eve Frontier now, acquire Founder Access, the ability to play on a live server that will see continuous updates as we continue development.
We're going to talk about it. Okay, look, I think what I've seen so far is interesting, if nothing else, okay? It looks like to be the systems I've seen are close enough to Eve that it looks good. And Eve is a good game. Eve is a good game, objectively. It's an RTS, MMO, style, zoom out, spaceship, whatever, game. Eve's a good game. This is close enough to Eve. Sounds good to me. The thing that worries me is the blockchain stuff. Come on, Shen. We said we were going to talk about it at the end of the video, okay? There's never been a, quote, successful blockchain game. I will tell you, the developers I expect to make a successful blockchain game are CCP Games. Because they're the smartest developers out there. I think that's obvious, right, chat? Like, come on. You're going to tell me that Blizzard is smarter than CCP Games? I really don't think so. Blizzard keeps churning out drivel. Meanwhile, CCP Games is actually trying things. So we're going to have to see how the game is as I continue making content about this evolving experience. It's not even going to be a video game, it looks like. It looks like it's going to be something more. You're going to get honest opinions from me. Let's talk about the Founder Access. Let's go see what that is, okay? Let's go see what that is. Okay. You can pay money to play the game now. Just give me a sec. Give me a sec. Okay. $30 gets you in. You get a skin, sure, and you get 1 month of premium post-launch subscription time. So you basically, you can play the game now, and this offer ends in 4 days. Don't buy anything just yet. Just wait. I'm not advertising this. I just want to talk about it first. Okay. Initiated limited supply. I hate having limited supply on digital items, but in this case, I think it makes sense because they don't want to break their servers. So I saw some negative comments about this. I understand the vitriol there, but also the servers are limited. I get it. So, and you can reserve your name, blah, blah, blah. You get to start early at launch. All this stuff makes total sense. It's just early access crap. Okay. So, don't worry about this. You get exclusive skins and you get 4 months, which that's pretty good for 4 months, by the way. It's not terrible. And you can play 3 days before launch. I don't love this because that means you're basically paying to win. Because if you can play the game early in a game that is procedurally, you can make a settlement with your buddies playing a game 3 days in advance, it gives you definite juice, what the hell is it called? Advantage. Definite advantage. Okay, so, and of course there's exclusive ship skins, blah, blah, blah. These are some of the ships that you can get, and those are the skins, and here's the breakdown on what you get. The pre-sale ends in 4 days. What I'll say about this is this. If you're skeptical about a blockchain project, you should straight up not spend a single dollar on this. Do not buy this. That's it. I want this to work. But to pay for a game that's unfinished, straight up careful. Be careful with your dollars. If you are a developer, if you are somebody that is interested in making carbon engine content, and this is right up your alley, what I would do is I would get one of these guys. I would reserve your spot, whatever it is, get a $30 thing one time and just see $30, not that big a deal in the long term. Check out the Discord. They're very responsive. Jotun and team are killing it. Okay. Check it out. See what you like. And then if you lose $30, $30, whatever. Right. Right. I would not go in if you're like, is this Eve? I see this comment. Is this Eve 2.0? Do I have to get this? You don't got to get nothing. Okay. What I recommend you do, if you are like, look, crypto's a scam, I'm not touching this with a 10-foot pole, great. Don't spend any money. Just don't spend any money. That's fine. You don't got to buy this. I can tell you that I'm going to, simply because I'm going to be able to be inside and give you non-NDA breaking information, okay? I always say with early access games, with any video game, do not, you, the viewer, do not buy the early access game. I'll buy it so I can review it and give you my honest opinion. Because if the game sucks, I'll tell you. If the game's great, I'll tell you. And you know that it's going to be a real opinion, not just me saying something to get a sale. Because I love my relationship with CCP Games. They're a great group of people, I think. The blockchain stuff just worries me. That's it. So be careful. Don't go blow a bunch of money and get a bunch of accounts. Come on, just, if you want to check it out, maybe go to the Discord and poke around before you, buy some stuff there. Okay. But does the game look like it has potential? Yes. Is this Eve 2.0? Honestly, maybe. Maybe. Entirely possible. Is this a game that could replace EVE Online? Put it to you this way. Would you rather go mine Merc in nullsec with your corp and make no money, no real life money? Or would you rather go mine its counterpart in EVE Frontier and go make like however much dollars an endgame corp can make in like a day? Because if that's what this becomes, you basically, my opinion, and this is not based on anything other than my brain, is that this is going to be like EVE Online is going to be look, you don't want to deal with crypto? EVE Online's a great game. That's going to keep being a thing. If you want to make some money and you want to try out the smart contracts and you want to do like a little bit of extra work to get in the door with like Web 3 stuff, EVE Frontier. This game is really going to come down to how easy do they make the Web 3 stuff. Because I can tell you, part of the thing that holds me back from doing Web 3 is I don't know what the hell I'm doing, man. There's like MetaMask and Solana and Ethereum, and there's like OpenSea, and I don't know what I don't know what I'm looking at. I don't know what I'm doing. There's too many coding buttons for me to click on. How do I play the game? I just want, what I'm saying? I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. So if that's how you feel, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So Brock in vertical chat goes, go big or go home, get ascended and join me in the If y'all want to do it, go ahead. But I'm not advertising any of these. What I am advertising is if you're skeptical, keep watch, follow them on Twitter, check out the Discord, the free stuff, and just keep it at arm's length for now because I understand. I get it. I totally get it. So CoinDesk is $4,000 for one Ethereum. Eeh. I remember when it was at 200. I missed those completely. So, I do not have any crypto. I have a little bit, but it's not worth anything. So let's read a couple comments here to get some discussion going, and then we'll go from there. Truly, we all going to make it. I really do believe this, by the way. Okay. I think the comments say it all. No one really knows what you're selling, and every video seems to be skirting around a simple and direct explanation. I don't really agree with this statement. We're going to talk about that. Just from the video, I have no clue what EVE Frontier is other than a list of things you brought up, which none stuck in my memory. This is the kind of person I'm talking about, chat. How many discussions do we have about the collidables, about the markets, about the gameplay, just from seeing what they're showing? I just disagree with this comment completely. If we're talking about this objectively, they did show some of what the game is going to be. It's called a first look. Okay, it's not called official deep dive on everything the game offers, So this is a bit of a in bad taste thing, and it's called rage bait, sure. If this was a client pitch, I would have asked the presenter to stop and give a direct explanation. Well, no, you wouldn't be at a client pitch because they're not inviting you to that room. gotcha. You know, from a marketing perspective, you missed the mark. If even we who played EVE Online don't know what this is. Look, all of us in chat could tell mostly what this is. Is there unanswered questions? Sure, but it's a first look at an alpha game. You know, shoot me in the face. How many times do we have to say this? It's an early access game, and I already hear the comments, chat. You know,
Loru's a CCP Games shill.
I don't really understand how them talking about and showing you pieces of the game that they're building is me being a shill. I don't really get it. So I don't think that's the case. And if you think I am, please keep watching my videos. Thank you for your watch time. Okay, you know what I'm saying? It's good. Man, it's good to see you. Yeah. I disagree. You did help me understand it better. Yeah, and this is why I like streaming this. We're going to have actual takes and discussions. So if this was like Valheim, one of my favorite games, by the way, I love Valheim. We're playing it right now, Time Throwing. A sandbox I can play with my friends, I'd be all over it, but this sounds like EVE Online with a coat of paint. Do I think this sounds like EVE Online with a coat of paint? I think it does sound like EVE Online with a coat of paint, but not in the inflection they're saying. They're basically saying it as like a negative. What's wrong with making the next EVE? Why is that bad? I don't think that's bad. I think that's interesting. EVE has been a game for... EVE has been, what, since 2007? I've been playing since. Now it's 2024. So almost 20 years this has been a thing. So I don't think it's bad if they make EVE 2. That's not bad. So, but you know, this is kind of what I'm talking about, chat. People like this are going to be mad no matter what they do. They could announce, CCP Games could announce that EVE Online is doubling the amount of star systems, that they're doubling the map size, and people like these guys would literally come in the comments and be like,
it's too big, I can't believe.
It's just going to be negative no matter what happens, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm happy CCP is trying to evolve. Me too, Goldcast. Me too. You know, so considering you were already selling founder packages, I would have loved maybe 10 seconds of gameplay. But didn't they show gameplay? Didn't we see? We did see 10 seconds of gameplay. Again, this is my like bad takes in bad faith. You know, like we did see 10 seconds of gameplay. Again, it's alpha. They're not going to show us literally the whole thing. But I do agree with the take that they're already selling founder packages. Ladies and gentlemen, again, if the game is early access and you don't think you should buy it, don't buy it. You know, aren't you in control of your own faculties? The only ship is the hard ship in Frontier. That's good. There's only one ship in Frontier. It's the hard ship. You know, it's fantastic. That's really good. I like that. I like that. EVE Frontier is something that intrigues me, but it's not something I think you have to keep up with if you don't want to, as it is a new game, as it is something that's kind of on the fringes right now. And since I can't make content on it for God knows how long, thank you, NDAs, you know, it's going to be something that I report on over time, but it's not something that you have to like constantly keep up with. If you want to stay engaged, you can check out the EVE Frontier Discord. The devs have been very responsive. It's a really awesome community there, especially if you are coding inclined. The developer section of that Discord is quite nice, and I've been keeping a sharp eye. So let's be honest about how the game is doing and not just throw hate at it for hate's sake. Huh? I'll see y'all in the next video. Thanks.